Hello friends, in today's lecture I am going to discuss about coagulation system. We know that coagulation system consists of different type of cells, proteins and processes that lead to conversion of liquid blood into semi-solid blood clot. Now the coagulation system generally having two different type of pathways. Number one is extrinsic pathway and number two is intrinsic pathway. Both this pathway finally end with formation of blood clot. This blood clot is very essential for avoiding excessive blood loss at the time of injury. Now there are total 13 uh, clotting factors which is responsible for blood clotting and which take part in extrinsic and intrinsic pathway. So in today's lecture, I'm going to first discuss about 13 clotting factors, then extrinsic pathway and intrinsic pathway. So first clotting factor is fibrinogen, which is produced by liver. The second clotting factor is prothrombin, which is also produced by liver. The third clotting factor is thromboplastin, which is also called as tissue factor TF, and it is produced by platelet. We know that platelets are the blood cell which take part in the blood coagulation system, or they play a very important role in blood clotting. Then this thromboplastin or tissue factor play important role in extrinsic pathway of coagulation. The fourth clotting factor is calcium, which is produced from bones and GIT, that is gastrointestinal tract or digestive system tract. Then factor number 5 is labile factor, also called as proacelerin, which is produced by liver. Here you can see that factor number 6 is absent because initially it was thought that it is a different factor, individual factor, but nowadays it is clear that active form of factor 5 is nothing but the factor 6. So now it is eliminated from the list of clotting factors. Now factor number 7 is proconvertin, also called as SPCA, means serum prothrombin conversion accelerator. This is produced by liver. Then factor number 8 is anti-hemophilic factor A, which is produced by endothelium or wall of blood vessels. Factor number 9 is Christmas factor, which is also called as anti-hemophilic factor B, and it is produced by liver. Both these factors is connected with the condition called hemophilia. It is the disorder in which blood fails to clot. The deficiency of factor number 8 or anti-hemophilic factor A is responsible for hemophilia A. Then deficiency of factor number 9 or Christmas factor is responsible for uh, hemophilia B, which is also called as Christmas disease. Then factor number 10 is Stewart factor, which is produced by liver. Factor number 11 is plasma thromboplastin antecedent. Then this is the factor which is responsible for hemophilia C. Then factor number 12 is Hagman's factors, which is also produced by liver, while the last factor or factor number 13 is FSF, which is produced by platelets. This FSF is nothing but the fibrin stabilizing factor, which is important for formation of blood clot. Now these are the 13 different type of factor. Actually functional factor are 12, and these play important role in extrinsic and intrinsic pathway of the coagulation system. Now we are going to discuss about extrinsic pathway. Extrinsic pathway is generally initiated by external tissue damage. Damage to the tissue which activate tissue factor. This tissue factor is nothing but the factor number 3, that is thromboplastin or TF, which is produced by platelets. After activation of tissue factor, it activate factor number 7, which is nothing but the pro-convertin or SPCA. The factor number 7 after activation convert into factor number 7A, A for activation. This activated factor number 7 with the help of calcium ions and tissue factor activate factor number 10, which is Stewart factor. After activation, here you can see that factor number 10 convert into 10A. This activated 10A factor with the help of factor number 5 and calcium ion activate prothrombin activator protein. This is the key step of the extrinsic pathway. After activation of prothrombin activator, it with the help of calcium ion convert prothrombin into thrombin. We know that prothrombin is a zymogen, which is inactive form of the protein. After conversion of prothrombin into thrombin, it get activated. Then this thrombin convert fibrinogen, which is a soluble protein, into fibrin. Initially, these fibrin are present in monomeric form, which is not suitable for formation of blood clot. So, last factor come into the picture, that is FSF, fibrin stabilizing factor, that stabilize the fibrin monomer by formation of covalent bond with the help of calcium ion, and this FSF by stabilizing fibrin form blood clot. This is the end of extrinsic pathway of coagulation. Now we are going to discuss intrinsic pathway. The pathway is initiated by trauma to the blood cell or by exposure of blood cell to collagen. After exposure, the blood cell activate factor number 12, that is Hagman factor. The active form of factor number 12 is 12A. Then this active form then activate factor number 11 and convert it into 11A with the help of HMK. Now this 11A with the help of calcium ion convert factor number 9 into active factor number 9. Factor number 9 is Christmas factor. Then factor number 9A and activated factor number 8A together with the help of calcium ion activate factor number 10. The active form of factor number 10 is 10A. The next pathway is similar to that of the extrinsic pathway. Activated 10A with the help of factor 5 and calcium ion activate prothrombin activator protein. Then this prothrombin activator with the help of calcium ion convert prothrombin into thrombin. Then thrombin convert fibrinogen into fibrin monomers, and then FSF with the help of calcium ion form covalent bond between the different fibrin monomer and produced a functional blood clot that avoid excessive loss of blood from the damaged site. Now, just to remember these 13 factors, I have constructed a simple sentence which help you to remember all these factors. Now we know that we can see different type of flex board on the road in cities which showing the advertisement of classes. So just one sentence from that flex board is sufficient for remembering these 13 coagulation factors. The sentence is, for proper teaching and coaching, please arrive soon at classes of science post hour 5. Okay, this sentence can help you because for this F is nothing but the fibrinogen. Then proper, this P is nothing but the prothrombin. Teaching T is thromboplastin. Likewise, you can remember all these factors by using that sentence. Okay, for example, arrive, A for factor number 6, that is absent. Factor number 6 is absent. Then this post, P is for plasma thromboplastin antecedent. And last, this 5 is for fibrin stabilizing factor. So in today's lecture, we discuss in detail about coagulation system. In that, first we see 13 coagulation factors, then extrinsic pathway of blood clotting and intrinsic pathway of the blood clotting. We also see a trick for remembering all 13 coagulation factor. Thank you.